The term called ego gets thrown around a lot. But what exactly is a man's ego and how does it shape his behavior? This is all we're going to talk about today when you stay tuned. At its core, the ego is a person's sense of self-worth or identity. For men, in this sense of self is often closely tied in the ability to succeed, to provide, and to be respected by the society. It is not inherently bad. A healthy ego can drive ambition, confidence, and success. But when the ego becomes too dominant, it can create problems in both professional and personal relationships. For many men, their ego can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it pushes them to achieve their goals and ascertain themselves in the world. On the other hand, it makes them to be vulnerable to criticism, overly competitive, and resistance to change. Very dominant. In a relationship, ego plays a significant role. It affects how a man communicates, handles conflict in relationships, and responds to emotional challenge. When a man's ego is bruised, it can lead to defensiveness, either shut down or even aggression. Have you ever noticed somebody becomes overly distant or angry about receiving criticism? That is ego protecting itself. But there is the thing, understanding how ego works can improve your relationship. Instead of letting ego create barriers, walking away when you're supposed to talk out things, men can learn to manage it and communicate more openly. This can lead to stronger and more authentic connection with your partner's spouse or even in a work environment. Whether it is in romantic relationship, friendship, or family dynamics, ego is often the silent thought party in the room. But normally, it doesn't have to be so. Society plays a huge role in shaping men's ego. From a young age, boys are often thought to be strong and successful. This can create an internal pressure to live up to an unrealistic expectation, leading them to insecurity when they fall. When they fall short, rising up sometimes becomes very, very hard. For example, when a man feels that their values is directly tied to their career, their physics, their physical strength, or even the ability to provide for their family or people around them, this can lead to intense anxiety and frustration. When life doesn't go according to plan, normally life sometimes has plan A to Z. Think about how many men do you know who struggle with failure or rejection. So how can men manage their ego in a healthy way? Here are 3 things to manage your ego in a positive way. Number 1 is self-awareness. The first step is recognizing when your ego is driving your attention and when you are reacting out of your genuine concern. You have to weigh the balances and know. Number 2 is embracing vulnerability. Being vulnerable is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. Allowing yourself to admit your mistakes or accept help when it's essential in keeping the ego in check. Very, very necessary. You don't have to swallow everything because you are a man. Number 3 is focus on growth and not validation. Instead of constant seeking approval or validation from the society, shifting your focus towards personal growth. It's very good. What can you learn from the situation rather than how do you impact your self-worth? Number 4 is building your emotional intelligence. Learning to navigate your emotions and understanding how they affect others is a key. The more emotionally intelligent you are, the better you manage your ego. Now listen, at the end of the day, ego is a part of a human being. For men, understanding and managing it is essential to living a balanced, fulfilled life. A healthy ego can drive you to success, but it's important to keep it in check so that it doesn't control your decision in a relationship. Remember, it is not about eliminating the ego, but understanding how it influences your behavior. If you can do that, you will have better relationship, a more emotional balance, and authentic, a stronger sense of self. Remember, managing your ego is a lifelong journey, but It is worth taking. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the family. Till we meet again. Bye. Ciao.